2 games of playoff hoops on a Tuesday night. Oh no, it was Monday night. I've been traveling, so I got my days all wrong. The Knicks get the win. Nuggets get the win. We're going to get into it all with a giant smile on my face. My name is Shlomo Stark.
My name is Levi Jacob.
And this is the NBA Daily Recap in 15 minutes or less. Levi, I actually think the Nuggets game was better than the Knicks game if I was a objective fan, but I don't care. Game of the day. Knicks Celtics. Knicks win. Knicks win. 108 to 105. I'm going to make a statement now. This is a big statement, but I thought about it all morning. This is the biggest Knicks win definitely in my memory, potentially of my lifetime. There may have been a bigger win in 99 when I was 3 and they made the finals, but I just wasn't following basketball then. But for sure in my lifetime, for sure if you include the Tibbs and Carmelo eras, this win was huge. And yes, Boston will still probably win the series. Yes, they're not going to miss 45 threes again. This was a big win, and it is only something to celebrate right now. I want to apologize to Mikal Bridges if I ever said it wasn't worth trading for you. I would have traded 6 rounders for this game. I like forget about the season. I would have traded 6 first rounders for this game. For that moment at the end of the game when Jaylen Brown gets the inbound and Mikal Bridges takes it from him like I would take candy from a 3-year-old, Levi. Candy from a 3-year-old was Mikal Bridges getting the ball from Jaylen Brown. Karl-Anthony Towns almost had such a dumb foul, ended up being a very, very smart foul. Brunson, 29 points. OG, 29 points. Couldn't be prouder of my boys. I was on the plane, and the person next to me was like paying for Wi-Fi. And I was like, dude, next game? And he was like, okay. And he had headphones on though, but I watched with no sound. That's so.
Wait, hold on. Can I just say that's a very weird thing that you initiated watching the Knicks game, he agreed, and then continued to watch with headphones, like not including
I mean, it was the plane. Like, it was the plane. You can't like not use headphones.
I don't know. Whatever. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Listen, it was a stranger. It was now my best friend in the world. I don't even know the guy's name.
I like that you felt inclined to ask him though.
I had to, because it was just like I was sitting there. It was 2:30 a.m. or I don't even know what time it was because I was traveling. But like I know it was 2:30 Israel time, and I'm like, I gotta watch this game. And
I wanna tell you, by the way, that I actually, in you saying like I think that I'm higher on this one than you are. And me not being the native Knicks fan, I watched this game, and in all his glory and terrible jump shotness that is Jason Tatum, thought to myself, man, this Knicks team could win this series. Like,
I don't think that. Like now, this helped.
I think that,
I don't think. Listen, we won in overtime by 3, and the Celtics missed 45 3-point shots.
I hear you,
But I need to be realistic about this.
I get it, but first off, like, I don't want to hear until Jason Tatum genuinely, until he actually is able to shoot consistently without, it looks like a trebuchet when he shoots the ball. If you want to look that up while I'm monologuing here a little bit.
I have no idea what that word means.
It's terrible. Like, it's really difficult to watch. He was just brick after brick, and I don't want to hear any more debate if he's a superstar or not until he gets that checked out, because that's terrible. Porzingis, when I was in illness in the middle of the game, Drew Holiday he's slow. He's a little banged up. Jaylen Brown was playing okay. The Celtic, like the whole first part of that game, the Celtic, like a couple of minutes through the first quarter, the Celtics looked completely discombobulated. They picked it up. They figured it out a little bit. The Knicks came back from big down. You know, like they
were down like
pulled
20.
together. But I'll be honest with you, also on the offensive side of the ball, the Knicks, like from what I said about Thibodeau, that I really would love to see for the Knicks to actually be able to survive in this competition, I need to see more offensive play calling. They were getting open shots. But it was like plays that were being run. Like it was like proper what you call it? McBride was getting open looks, and that wasn't happening in the prior series. They were really it looked like a more evolved Thibodeau team. All the fouling didn't help them for sure. I hope in the second game they can kind of fix that. The Celtics are probably winning next game at the very least. But I think this is a really, like, this in my mind really increased their odds. I still think that Celtics are absolutely the favorite, but it's closer to because they got this game won. For me, it's closer to a 60-40 than it is a 20-80.
Interesting. I'm still on like the 70-30, 20-80 range. The only thing is the Knicks need to go 3-3.
Yeah.
In the next 6 games. Like that feels very doable.
To get this at home, it was big.
This game 1 win, and it's interesting. Like I wonder what the odds were that the Nuggets, Knicks, and Pacers would all win game 1. I can't remember the last time that happened. Anyway, whatever. The point is like this was wild. It's been a wild weekend of basketball. Is there anything I want to say about this Knicks game before we move on to the next game? Yes, Mikal Bridges played 51 minutes. And listen, he didn't even shoot that well. He shot 3 of 13.
Well, overtime.
One big 3 in overtime, and he had the greatest Knicks steal maybe ever.
Well, also, I'm surprised you're not talking about Josh Hart, man. He was
Josh Hart's my guy. Josh Hart's my guy. Josh Hart is.
They were even blowing him off on the broadcast. They were talking about how all of his multi-rebound games, like double-digit rebound games that he's had, whatever. And he was like, as they were talking about it and referencing it, he was literally like doing it in real time. He had a great amount of offensive boards. Like he was really like that second quarter when the Knicks like kind of slowed down. He was like trying to keep him alive. It was very, it was cool. It was cool to see.
Yeah. So like I mentioned, I couldn't hear the broadcast, but that is very cool. Also, something to note is something that makes me nervous for game 2. The Celtics played Haka Mitch, and he was 3 of 10 from the line. Yeah, this is scares me. How do I was like, what? Like they're doing this? Like I was like, what's happening? Why do they keep like that? Makes me very nervous because basically if Towns gets into foul trouble, which he usually does, and Mitchell is huge off the bench, but if we're gonna hack a Mitch, he line drives at the free throw line every time.
Yeah. It's gonna be. It's not going to be fun if that's the case. But again, I think that if the Celtics are still down those guys that are really key guys able to make this team be able to spread the floor, like Porzingis and Drew is still hobbled. I think the Knicks have just enough to really pack the punch they needed and play. They were playing great defense yesterday. It was awesome.
We really were. Good job, Knicks. Great win. We'll see you for game 2 on a Wednesday night. We're excited to talk about that with you on Thursday. Nuggets Thunder next. Nuggets Thunder. We haven't done this in a while, but Jokić is awesome. Jokić is awesome corner. 42 points, 22 rebounds, 10 of 13 from the line, 1 steal, 2 blocks, 42 minutes, 15 of 29 shooting.
And a really clutch 3.
And a really clutch. When I didn't even talk, like he's so good. And it was great to see, like, this is exactly like a battle of MVP that I was talking about. SGA was 33, 10, and 8. Phenomenal game. But the phenomenal game. But when you're comparing him to Jokić, it's like not even like Jokić was like, he's just like at 33, 10, and 8 in a playoff game that's an MVP level, which is like exactly, it's like a perfect picture of like what the season has been of like SGA has been the best player on the best team, but yeah, Jokić like just has like another year where he wills his win. How did he win this?
It was nuts. It shouldn't have happened.
Gordon.
Well, today also
Gordon. Shout out to my colleague Toy Feldstein who texted me the line Air Gordon. I love that line. The guy had such a clutch 3, such a big rebound.
The fouling while up, the Thunder fouled up 3. That led to then the Chet free throws after that possession that he missed 2 of. Like it wasn't it was like a basketball analytics play, but it wasn't like a smart like you didn't.
When you look, the Knicks did the same thing and they won.
Like worst comes worst, you go to overtime and you figure it out there. Like I don't know. I don't.
Yeah. Or also what was big was the Nuggets fouled Chet and he missed 2 free throws. Like that's giant.
Yeah, 100%. Well, I was actually going back and forth with somebody on Twitter, that the Nuggets came out and basically just punched him in the mouth. Like they're riding so high off of that Clippers series. And remember we were talking about how everyone was talking, it was saying the Nuggets don't have good plus minus when Jokić is in on the floor and he has no supporting cast, whatever. They took that to heart. And I was actually talking to Max today about this, that Jokić is like, seemingly more fired up, even though he said that he hasn't been. And you see that like the other players are like more motivated to try to pick their spots, but like they're trying to pick up their play, including Aaron Gordon and Russell Westbrook, who have really been the engine of the team. Like aside from Jokić, obviously. And I think the Thunder just looked like they were like a little bit shell shocked, and it just was not their best basketball.
Denver exceeded expectations.
Yeah,
That's the bottom line. And I I'm I'm at a loss for words at how good Jokić is. And he played most of the fourth quarter with 5 fouls.
yeah.
He's phenomenal. And it's really cool watching the best player in the world like do that. It's very, very cool. Like you could talk about how good Giannis is, how good SGR is, how good Brunson is in the clutch. Like all these guys. Jokić is so above and beyond, so clearly the best player in the world.
Here's my question. If he leads them to the finals, I know it's a lot. You got to go through a lot in order to get there. If he leads them to the finals, does this now make all the other teams go like, hey, like maybe we should fire our GM and head coach like right before the playoffs?
You see him. That means you were saying this half joking. He's coaching the team.
100%.
You watch like these, like you could like look at like there's videos of the huddles. It's just him telling people what to do. Okay, should we do predictions?
We should do predictions.
Okay, we have Indiana, Cleveland, much anticipated. I should say highly anticipated. Better English. Cleveland is favored by 9. I think Cleveland, Minnesota. Cleveland, Boston, and OKC are expected to win Game 2 by 30. That's what everyone's gonna expect.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone's gonna be like, they were embarrassed in Game 1, like they're gonna show out in Game 2. I think everyone's expecting that. I'm looking now at the lines. Cleveland's favored by 9, Boston's favored by 10.5, and OKC's favored by 11.5. Like that line does not reflect the team that just lost to a game ago.
Right, 100%. Yeah. But I think also a big factor in this, I don't know about Garland, if he's back. Mobley also apparently is questionable for Game 2. And like Mobley he was a very good piece for them last game. If Mitchell was able to hit 2 or 3 of those threes, I think that they could have still won that game against Indiana. And I don't think he's going to go 1 for 11 again because it wasn't the defense. He just couldn't shoot. He was hitting crazy, layups in mid-range, but he just couldn't shoot from 3 for some reason. He couldn't hit it.
Yeah. No, it's gotta be Cleveland tonight. Like I think if the Knicks go up 2-0, I still think Boston is very likely going to win the series. If Denver goes up 2-0, wouldn't be shocked at all if OKC wins the series. If Indiana goes up 2-0, I don't see Cleveland getting back. I don't think Cleveland's that good. I don't believe in Cleveland.
You don't believe Lind?
I don't believe Lind. And I get into this argument with my mom. We've been having this argument all season. My mom, when they started out like 17-0, 18-0, she's been like, Shlomo, like she's literally been saying like, Shlomo, you need to start respecting Cleveland on your podcast. Like you're disrespecting Cleveland. You don't talk about them enough. I was like, I don't believe in them. And I don't think they're very good.
Let me do right by your mom. I think that last game we missed playmaking from Darius Garland that really, really would have helped them orchestrate an offense and gotten Donovan Mitchell better looks to be more comfortable. He wouldn't have had to do as much. And I think that if Indiana is able to go up 2-0, it's very impressive. I wouldn't count the
Garland's what, he's questionable tonight?
I think so. I think it's questionable for Game 2. But it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun.
We didn't predict Warriors, Timberwolves. We didn't predict the series at all. I have the Warriors in 6. Timberwolves in 6.
I think it'll be less. I think Timberwolves in 5.
Timberwolves in 5. Who do you have in Game 1? I assume Timberwolves if you think they'll win in 5.
No, I have Warriors tonight.
You Warriors and then you have Timberwolves winning 4 games in a row? Interesting. I also have the Warriors tonight. I think that they're like amped up and they're going to be worse as the series goes along.
I think also Steph, he can't have 3 bad games in a row. You know what I'm saying? Like the 12 points in the fourth quarter. I understand. I think this is how the series is going to go. I think that they need Game 1 in order for I don't know. I feel it.
I'm going to say this. You ready for this? If the Warriors don't win Game 1, I am predicting a sweep.
I can't predict a sweep against Steph. That's my only thing.
I can because they're very small. And the Timberwolves have Gobert, Nas, and Randall. These are very, very big team. Like Draymond can only do so much,
but he can get
Draymond is not going to be taking Anthony Edwards. I don't see it. I think they should win Game 1, and once they win Game 1, there's a recipe for them how to do it, and they can win Game 2 and 3. The Warriors have no bench. Buddy Hield's not doing that again. It's a miracle they won Game 7.
Yeah, it is.
I'm out on the Warriors. I have the Timberwolves in 6, but if they lose tonight, I have them in 4.
I think I just Like, you know how we say always say like, oh, there's like the Jamal Murray game in the series. That's Steph, but on steroids.
Listen, we just went through this with LeBron and Luca. LeBron and Luca are up there with Steph.
The point, I'm not saying that they're going to win. I'm saying I just can't imagine Curry being swept. That's my only take. Like, it'll be a gentleman's sweep, like 5. That's why I said 5. I don't think it'll be 4.
Yeah. Okay, that was the NBA Daily Recap in 15 minutes or less. I want to thank you, Levy, for co-hosting, for producing, and taking my mom's side in an argument. And I want to thank you for listening. Have a wonderful day.
Just a small note for listeners that are interested on YouTube. There's going to be some bonus content that our longtime producer, Max, who also reintroduced himself to doing a little bit of hosting as well. We did a dual hosting situation, so tune in there.
Go Max. Max is back. I want to thank you, Max, for producing some bonus content. Go Max. Okay. Everyone, we'll see you tomorrow.